until it takes on the approximate characteristics of Eve. And this gave the samurai something to test their skills with that 450 years later, we still get to use. I want you to understand something though. This is a 700-year-old folded steel, differentially heat-treated katana. It should cut through weeds. Duh. $7 machete from Walmart will cut through weeds. That's what it was made for. For the samurai, they were looking for a little bit more than just really go through the weeds. They were looking for blade angle and timing.
Precision.
Because those big sloppy figure-8 cuts you see when you're watching... Hire this man. Those big sloppy figure-8 cuts you see while you're watching reruns of Conan the Barbarian on Cinemax, or am I the only one that still does that? You agree with me on that. Those big sloppy cuts didn't work very well on the battlefield. Whether the opponent was in armor or not, just because of the way our body's designed, those flat cuts would deflect or get stuck. So the samurai wanted a little bit steeper cut, about a 35-degree angle down. And now that I've told off on myself, watch the cutting, see what you think. If you don't like my angle or how I cut, by all means, come tell me about it after the show. I love criticism. Downward diagonal. My mat's on crooked. It looks like the Leaning Tower of Kamishigiri. Downward diagonal. Hey! Eve, your arm. Oh, look! She dropped it. I guess you guys are used to seeing that on weekends in Chicago. Forward. Never mind. Can you tell we're Packers fans? Did you also notice I waited to admit that until after I was armed and made sure you're not? Downward diagonal. Now the samurai didn't just cut down, they also cut back up. While the cut was harder to do, it was really hard to defend against. And so it was highly prized by samurai to be able to make this upward rising cut because they would aim it for the inside of the thigh. Samurai armor was designed to protect from the top down. And they wore a divided metal apron called a haidate, had metal on the outside of the thigh, but since the samurai rode horses, and if you spend any time on a horse, you understand that having metal on the inside of your thigh would chafe.
Ow.
Exactly. Don't like chafing.
Focus.
Wow.
So no armor on the inside of the thigh. And as luck would have it, the femoral artery runs right up the inside of the... What?
Look, this is still supposed to be a family show. No femoral artery and goo and blood and Let's stop.
Right.
But it's educational.
All right, that's for the 18+ panel tonight.
If you take the big shiny sharp thing and slam it to the inside of someone's legs, bad things will happen. Upward diagonal cut. Hey! Ooh. Does anybody else want a piece of Eve?
Yes.
It's not good.
More hands went up.
Yeah! 3rd and 10.
Hey, at least our backup can play.
Oh.
That was epic. Being a big Josh McCown fan and not being a big fan of whoever backs up Aaron Rodgers, that was nice. Oh, I'm still gonna have to kill you, of course, but has anybody ever seen a Samurai Epic or even a Samurai Jack episode?
Yes.
At the end of the episode, they've been building for this the whole movie. But there's the bad guy. He's big, he's scary, he's got bad breath, barely speaks English. Actually, that sounds like the former governor of California. But he's got a sword up over his head and he's flying towards the camera going, ah! Don't take my picture now. That's always what ends up on the internet. You laugh. Go to ACEN's webpage. Their 2010 photo journal has me on the cover going, he's going to look it up. They had a purple background and I was in armor. No lie. Oh, now you can take my picture. I'm not going back to my Arnold moment. I mean, the bad guy moment. Because waiting for the bad guy on the other side was the hero of our picture. He's better looking, speaks English, Probably gets the girl at the end. I mean, but he's waiting to end the Governor's part in the movie. But the bad guy's part in the movie, when he gets in range and lands by cutting him in half like this. Go! Just a little off the top. And for any of you Zombieland fans, do you remember rule number 2? Double tap. Right? Oh yeah. Which brings this mat and my stunning display of cutting to a razor sharp conclusion. Oh my God, that kid caught it.
My son counsels me about all the sports jokes I make at
Go, Dad, you're making sports jokes in animecon. I'm like, yeah, so? And he goes, look, these are all the kids who got notes to get out of gym class. They're not going to understand them. I'm like, thanks, Michael, you're fired. Another match! Cool, I get to go again. What?
My turn.
Nobody wants to see you cut with a sword.
Yes!
All right. All right, fine. You guys actually want a ta-da moment?
Yes!
All right, this is what we're going to do then. To end our show, remember that upwards cut she wouldn't let me describe? I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut through the mat. And my wife, who I love dearly and have never ever given any reason at all to harbor a grudge or be upset with me, is going to take that 300-year-old razor-sharp piece of steel and swing it through the air at my exposed neck. Who wrote this part of our show?
I did! Yay!
Yay!
Don't applaud that. I know she didn't write this part of the show. You know how I know? There were no crayon marks on my script.
It's because you ate the crayons last night.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
I thought you were cooking again here. No, it's not that bad. Really, supper last night was better than normal. I was going to ask if we could have the same thing for dinner tonight.
Dinner's on you tonight.
Ooh, that could be kind of fun.
No. Well, you're
You
starting.
know what bothers me? Those people who laughed a little bit slow realize that they have those sushi in the raw restaurant. Shame on you for knowing that.
Look, stop stalling.
I thought you liked foreplay. I know. There's a difference between foreplay and stalling. All right, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to cut up. She's going to cut across. She's going to hit the mat piece that I cut off. She's going to cut it in half in midair before it hits the ground without hitting me.
What if she missed?
Then you should have your camera ready.
Yeah.
And just so we're clear, if you have a camera, this is kind of the timing. 1, 2, and I'm done. Don't applaud. I hate you guys more every moment. It's like Christmas with my in-laws. All right, and you don't really like her, you just hate me more, because that's just like the in-laws. All right, are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready?
Yes!
I'm not, just a second. How's that thing go?
You're not even Catholic.
It couldn't hurt!
Dan, it's okay. I can put your head back on.
Yeah, great, the mortician is rooting for me.
We got this taken care of, right?
Yep, we're good.
Last 700 years.
I hate that kid. All right, here we go. I cut, you erupt in thunderous applause. We have our moment. And then we get off your stage. Got it?
Got it.
Got it.
Ready? Yeah. Hey! You cursed us. You missed. You're not. All right. You know what? We're doing this again. What? You cannot come up on stage. What are you gonna do? Hold it? Oh yeah, you're gonna come hug the girl with the sword who just missed and is now angry at the world.
Yeah, but I need for goodies.
That's not.
Chocolate.
Look.
Cheesecake.
Ta-da! Check it. Keep it up.
No one will ever know.
It was emo-matic, but it's. I know that was terrible. First it cut itself, and then it. You'd never guess I work in schools as a counselor. It's okay, rub some dirt on it. Stay.
Yeah, hold it.
Use the rubber band.
Evie, we need you back to hold this. Put it right there.
April does it to me all the time.
What?
Look, what happens at the con stays on YouTube. Ta-da!
Yeah.
Sometimes we all need a little help. Those little blue pills. Here we go. Take 2. You better hope we don't get to 38 or 39. Because by then it's not impressive anymore. You ready? Hey! And Shomini, right? Domo arigato gozaimasu, which as you all know is an ancient Japanese curse that if you do not stay and come to Cards Against Humanity tonight at 11 p.m., all of your hair will fall out. Like yours? Hey, I missed last weekend. Leave me alone. You guys have been awesome. Thank you very much.